Welcome to Landscape Your Life. Our Charleston live event chose 8 Church Street, a bed and breakfast called the Cable House, as our model project. And as we go through the introductory slides, you can see that there's a walkway that goes down the driveway to a back terrace area, and this was our major project focus. Right now it has a joggling board and off-site views and places to sit, and it really is a bed and breakfast. It's active, and she's asked us for our help. She's very brave, and I tell you what, our students were pretty brave to take it on. Everybody came up with a completely different solution. Some chose to amplify the backdrop using the garage that we're looking at. Some took the opportunity to make the most out of off-site views. A few worked different stair arrangements to walk over to the sitting area, and then others created an additional courtyard area between the white fence and the terrace. There is a parking problem, just lack of parking is sort of a problem along the sides, but we didn't deal with these functional problems. We only focused on the back terrace, and it was one exciting thing.
This is Louisa Cameron and her fantastic display model for 8 Church Street. This is a model. It can be as creative as she wants it to be. And now let me tell you something. It's creative. Take it away, Louisa. Okay. Here's your pointer.
This is my point. We have a problem here with reworking the terrace. First of all, there's a view here that is one that we would like to hide. Therefore, we're planting California privet here. It grows large, it's variegated, it's inexpensive, it's disease-free, it can be clipped into shape. So, we're making a bed here and we're going to amend the soil and put in California privet. At this end, we're going to paint the dirty yellow garage and the wall here a dark brick color. I'm not sure about the garage, but definitely the wall here. We're going to put a thick, good Sasanqua hedge here because most tourists come to Charleston in the fall, early winter, and spring, and we need color here in the spring. We can plant rows of annuals in the front. I'm not worried about that now, but we've got to get the real backbone shrubs in. You have to have a table if you have company. So we're going to have a table and 4 chairs. This is the joggling board with the person sitting on it. And this is a person standing here next to the serving table where they're going to have the wine and the snacks. And then these are 2 pots. In the late spring, it can be geraniums. In the summer, it can be beautiful angel wing begonias, something like that. But great big pots. On this side, this is a fountain. This represents a large space. It can be painted trompe-l'oeil. It can have a smaller fountain within, but this is water here, and the pink here represents bricks. And this is a high brick basin you can sit on. Again, they're budget constraints, so we're not going to do a lot of stonework. This is a brick base that people can sit on and dabble their hands in the water. And here are topiaries. There's a hint of formality to the courtyard. This just represents the garage shape. We've got to get this area clean. We're going to move the steps or change them somehow. But this entire area needs to be cleaned out. Now I have a plan to put lattice all along here. High lattice storage in front of the parking area. Move all the trees against the house, paint the lattice the same color as the house, and use it as storage area. It'll have at least 3 gates in it, and then there'll be parking at a slant in front of it. I have the other plan down there. But all this junky stuff, all this debris, refuse, garden implements, things, they all need to go into storage. They need to be hidden from view because this is a semi-public space. There can be big pots in here full of shade-loving plants. The awning's got to go. The tin awning needs to go. And this whole area of the porch needs to be cleaned up. These are gardenias. This is a southern exposure. This is the northern edge, but it's a southern exposure, roughly.
And the driveway comes in right through here.
We're taking up this, using the old bricks elsewhere. We're putting an oval of lawn here, and we're putting azaleas all in here. They're quick, they're easy, they're fast growing, they're colorful. And then we're putting loropetalum in the corner, and we're going to allow them to grow.
That was inviting you to go
Here
right
we're going
through
to put
there.
gardenias. Again, this is all due to budget constraints. It may not be gardenias, but they do bloom, and they are fragrant. It could be another shrub that is fragrant, reliable, viburnum. That's it. Viburnums could work in here as well. Anyway, that's my plan. This is to, again, these are the existing paving stones. This area is to be kept immaculate. Boxwoods need to be put along the edge of the terrace to remind someone not to step off of the terrace. And that's the best I can do. And I had fun doing it.
And you had fun doing it here.
I sure did.
That was one heck of a good show.
Well, thank you. Guess who taught me?
We are a good team. Thank you so much, Louisa Cameron, for your contribution to Landscape Your Life that totally transformed 8 Church Street in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm going to show you this. This is the fountain. Back here, this is the facade of the garage, which you don't see because we don't have a picture of it. This is the driveway coming in. This is the wonderful Sasanqua hedge. She's beautifully made it blooming. That's the scale of a person. There's the table. Wasn't that a wow? And she did it in less than an hour. Thank you. Circling on around over to you, our friend from California. Can you look up and smile at us and introduce yourself?
My name is Anna Smith from Tehachapi, California.
Thank you, Anna, for being here. You get the award for traveling the furthest. So let's look at what you have in your mind's eye.
All right. Here is what I have in my mind's eye. And Kurt did help me a little bit with this. I told him my ideas. He helped me kind of, zone in on it.
That's great.
We talked about maybe having a seat wall here and making this come around. First of all, we're going to get rid of this stairway over here, and the steps already go here. We're going to go here. And then we're going to make this really nice space here with pots, a tree, a bench. Then the circulation's going to come around here, and I was just figuring out.
So you're creating 2 or 3 garden rooms.
Yes.
This is a very interesting treatment for that.
This is one, and thinking that these trees will help shield and screen these windows here. And then here, when you come in here, we're going to do this all the way around, sunken, 2 steps in, a big tree that you get a big canopy that gives you the screening here that you need. A bench, you could have a fire pit, that a portable one, anything like that. And then here we're also going to do 2 small trees and then some espaliered evergreen up because there's a pitch on this garage. So, trees and just evergreen to kind of camouflage that garage. Then I was thinking, I heard Hugh was talking to me about this when we were standing there. And this wall has 1 patina, and this wall and this wall are yellow. And this has this beautiful aged patina. So we need to do some sort of faux treatment all the way around that brings that aged patina all the way
Ooh, this sounds delicious. Thank you so much.
Very simple, but
elegant.
wrought iron or something.
Thank you. That is an excellent.
Tables with umbrellas.
Excellent. Y'all, I'm floating around now.
Yes,
Can we share?
Yes.
Share? All right. What do we have here?
Still working on symmetry here, getting this balanced correctly, but back here is a kind of a semi-creative Belgian fence espalier that's up against the garage wall, and it'll be against a form so it won't hurt the wall, and then 2 chairs with a little garden stool in between, and then to the right hand side I have a 5-foot bench with pot ears and a little goldfish pond, koi pond.
Can we put some?
Yeah, I've got to do some 3-dimensional pieces here.
Oh, I love this. Are you removing any paving?
Yes, I am. I'm kind of resculpting. After I get my pipes.
That's why when you get our pipe cleaners going. And now, Karen, can you show us a little bit about what you're creating there?
Well, I'm creating a relaxing environment for a bed and breakfast. So that when people come to stay at the bed and breakfast, they'll be able to come outside and swing. I'm going to put a swing against the back wall.
Oh, I love this.
With an arbor. And since most of the railing is white picket, I figured my frame for the swing will also be a white picket. The back stairs really interfered with the flow, so I'm going to combine them with the side stairs so you come up to a platform and then you can come down on the other side. And then all of this I'm going to raise half of the height of this so that we have a low terrace up to a high terrace with a sitting wall. This will be one of the tables aligned with the sitting wall banquet.
To share, are you?
Sure.
Okay. Catherine is sharing with us her walled garden, which is, let me say hello. And you've got a pipe cleaner in your hand, ready to dress it.
I'm trying to, with my Dr. Seuss things here, create the tree over in the corner, because what I want to do is on the garage space here, I want to do some really simplistic art, almost kind of graffiti style art.
Ooh, boy.
I want a little girl that's blowing bubbles, but then I want the feeling that the bubbles come off the wall too. So I want like some kind of glass orbs or something that come into the tree so that there's that feeling. I want kind of a kid's playful, whimsical feeling to the corner.
Wow. Well, keep the table. Nobody's no student left behind.
Okay.
Here we go. Thank you, Say. Now let me say hello to Say. Okie dokie.
I'm actually working with a program. I photographed the plant and on my iPad. I'm actually working with a program that you can do all kind of fun things with and then just go right back and erase them. And so I felt like everything that was going on, a couple of things. One, I love the building top, the cupola, and the wind vane of a building behind it.
And that's the off-site view.
It is an off-site view, but it is not, it is a symmetrical view, so the only way, and everything about the structure and the garden and the existing stuff, which is all in black, is square or linear, and so I felt like I had to add, or needed to add curves to soften it all. So the wall across the back has 2 saddles in it, one which opens up the view to the thing in the back, and then when you come down the drive, with existing columns, I'm actually going to build an arbor that goes up and over, so it introduces the first rounded shape. And then you'll note that there are 2 black stairs here. I would like the step up to the raised garden, obviously, and my gray needs to go all the way across. And then creating
Introduce yourself.
Charles Mimbs.
All right, Charles.
What my design does, it breaks it down into a room, a separate room back here. So what I thought we'd do is come in here and cut into this raised elevation. add steps, cut in steps here, with some railings to it so that you know you're stepping up. A couple of wrought iron railings on each one. A podocarpus hedge across here that separates this room from the walkway. Okay. Then you come in here. I was going to put a nice arbor here, corner arbor, that you can set some chairs and table underneath for the guests to sit under. Okay. Then a nice crepe myrtle on this side and a nice crepe myrtle on this side. A couple of pipes to anchor down the post here. This will also allow that window to stay open and not be blocked from the light. But it'll also block your view of it. Okay. Then a nice camellia here to give you something evergreen back there. Nice big one. 2 tulip trees on the garage here. Because that white trunk against the yellow-orange garage would be nice. Nice water feature in between the 2 tulip trees. So if you're sitting over in the arbor, you've got something interesting there to look at.
Wonderful. I like the use of your angle very much. You're the only person who's done that so far, and you've made that space more maybe embracing to it as a room because of that angle corner piece. Right. So I'd love to see if you could, when we get you all the email of, I know it may not be possible to do pictures, but to somehow sketch that elevation.
Okay.
And you can even do it just hand line drawing, just as sketchy as fine.
I did all this from her.
Talk a little bit. Do you mind just sharing yours for a minute with what you're doing, Catherine? I'm sorry, Harriet.
No, I was trying to think of it as in terms of a bed and breakfast.
Okay. Oh, and smiling at us. Here we are. Okay. Well,
but I haven't gotten very.
So you're thinking of it as a bed and breakfast.
It is a bed and breakfast, trying to use this space so that they can entertain or have, small gatherings out there, and so doing the steps so that they can go down this side also. Right now they're just here, so this would be a landing, and then you're on focus here, and having like ditch with pots here, and these are 2 steps with pots, and either do a raised wall on top of that or a hedge that defines this space, and have like maybe a water feature or even a bubbling water feature where you could put something over it if you did need to entertain and make that at the table. And then this would be a structure that you could even have a fan in for seating, but this could be where you serve the wine and cheese and things. And then you espalier something on the wall to cover that space and color it. And so that's as far as I've got.
Well, we can't wait to see it turn into a 3-dimensional.
This is trying to mirror this shape here, so that if you came in and were going to something right in the backyard, you would be able to sort of walk through this space or look out on this as you were coming out to the lake.
And you've integrated so much of that into this. Now, here we are. I'm trying to give everybody just a little bit of a talk about their projects so that I have you all on camera. And I'm not going to try to put you on the hot seat, but I am going to stand here so I can see what it is that you all are seeing. Now, introduce yourselves.
I'm Paula. And I'm Sharon Oliver.
Good. And thank you all for creating this together. So let's look at it.
Okay, we're trying to get it to where we come from the gate here to here.
So as opposed
like
to
this, and then we're going through the fountain and pergola or arbor of some sort over there. And make it high to kind of shield us from that window over there. And we're talking about maybe can we do a fireplace?
Right, you don't see it fresh.
Okay, right. A fireplace back there, but it can't be 6 feet tall.
The chimney is problematic, and fireplaces are often considered to be active recreation. You have to get special permits in many cities. It may not be the case in Charleston, but usually you have to get permission for a fireplace with a chimney against a property line. So you would need to do some research with zoning. For the purposes of our study, since you know that we have this potential situation, you would want to go ahead and include it, because I think 3-dimensionally it would be charming to see something like that. And the safer place to put it, just so that you know, if you're fighting a battle with the BAR, would be to put it against an existing building off the property line. It's because of smoke and the fact that you've got to have a chimney. But if you keep it one that's 6 feet, it's probably okay. But as soon as it pierces...
Thanks, everybody, for being such good sports, and I'm so sorry for the 2 or 3 of you all that didn't get to present your projects. That's life in the design studio. It's a tough